Happy Friday. Yo, Eric, Rockfist, Turtle. Happy Friday. Hope all is well. It's been really fun playing 360 stuff. Like, consistently. I get why people do these. Why do people do these challenges? You get a little bit of, you get to switch it up pretty frequently. Alright, so we were in Volk. And we killed those two, so my guess there might be one out on that little island down there. Maybe we should go check that out. Go down to that little, like, whatever that side thing is. This game just chugs sometimes. I guess that's a good reason to maybe play it on the Series X, but here we are. All right. Where are we headed? Look at the map. So not that way. This way. This way. Guess I'm headed to that. Yo, young. Happy Friday, my friend. Good morning. Look at you, all awake. What's even going on? How are you up right now? Alright, we'll go get the other thing here. Oofda. I definitely have been hit by plenty of cars. Alright, so we'll get this. Thank you. Dang, woke up at 6 a.m. It's getting early. Nice. How'd that go?
Exemplary performance.
That's super cool.
Agent.
Guess we're going out to that. Seems like there'd be enemies out here. Oh yeah.
From the Peacekeepers, Agent.
Oh no. Exploding. Ooh. Went great. Got it. Dang. Okay. Okay. Heck yeah. I'm excited to see that. Glad it went well. Sometimes those garage sales, you wake up early and it just doesn't always work out. But you gotta go to find out, right?
All trails to the Volk leadership point to this oil rig. If the defenses prove
Get out of
too
the
much for
water,
you,
please.
it might be wise to swim around the perimeter.
Bang. Bang. I'm just over here wasting my... Oh! Wasting my rocket launchers. I don't want to do that. Might be wise to swim around the perimeter. Got it. This is why. This is exactly why. Go like this. Exactly, all about the journey. I agree. Any recommendations for video editing software? Yeah, get DaVinci. It's totally free, and it's incredible. DaVinci Resolve. It's kind of like an industry standard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Timeout. Sorry, Broccoli was being a bad boy. He's been eating leaves. Some days he just decides he's eating leaves that day. And he won't eat his food, and he'll just eat leaves. Oh, I guess maybe I can jump in that little hole there. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve, yeah. I'm not sure what number they're on, but that's what you want. 100%. Can I jump into that?
Nice.
Can I reach? No. Come on, Buddha. Come on. Oh.
Hey Stuff, it's Stormcrow. What's going on? Sorry I missed you. About that thing you wanted me to do with the paint thinner and the TV dinner. It's in the works. Nobody told me a deadline, so, not my problem. Bye.
Jeez, the dog's being terrible this morning. I don't know what's going on. Ow. Jesus Christ, that hurts. Broccoli's eating leaves. Buddha just walked right up next to me and peed on the ground. No reason, just decided. What the hell's going on today? Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, that's super interesting. I guess it makes me feel a little bit better. The cats are being weirdos too. Won't this guy get shot? There we go. Up it. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. Why are the animals being weird? Ah. That guy blew himself up. Grab it. Poop. I'm okay. Can I reach that? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Nice. Grab it though. Yep, there they are. Just being bad dogs this morning.
The green beams of light projected on
Animals have gone wild.
Complete these races to increase
I
your
love they're telling me about races right now. Like, okay. Are you guys sure this was the easiest way up here? Games like trust us. Oh, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Trust us, it's gonna be fine. Here I am, swimming a bunch. I guess maybe I want to keep climbing? Question mark? I hear orbs. Yeah, the guy's above me for sure. You hear the party. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Where are you? Where is this guy shooting at me from? Shooting at the ground above me? Enemies are being weird too. It's a weird day. Bray. Dude. Oh yeah, I forgot I found a trick. I found a trick yesterday. So if you aim with the rocket launcher locks on instantly because there's no like you can't like aim at specific parts, right? And then once you've locked onto an enemy, you can switch your weapon to anything else and it'll automatically be locked on. Let me see, I'm gonna try it. Oh no, that switched. Try it again. Where's an enemy? Yeah, I was doing it yesterday when I was leveling offline. But I don't know if walking affects it. Let's make sure which weapon I have. I don't want to blow myself up. I'm definitely oofda. Nope. Huh. Yeah, it's... Come on. You dumb shotgun. Damn. Alright, so no. Not working. Ooh, okay. You could, in theory, just chill here, right? Oh dear. There's a lot of enemies. Holy moly. Whoa. No. You stop it. Yo, zombie, how's it going? Happy Friday. Oh, stop it. So many enemies. This dude's just out here throwing grenades. Stop it. Being crazy. Oh no, grenades. Dude, so many grenades going on. Maybe I go back into that thing and keep climbing up the center of it. Because this is a bit scary. Dude's throwing his friends. You see that? I got through his friend. The hell? You got no respect. You guys straight up threw that guy's body at me. Oh no! Gonna blow up. Thanks. Jeez Louise, they are grenade crazy. What's wrong with them? I don't know if the enemies ever stop coming in these areas either. I think they just keep showing up. Throwing grenades. Grenade boys. As far as I could tell, there's no like there's no way to change who you're locked onto. I think you're just kind of, when you lock on, you have to let go and then lock onto somebody else. He was broken in my shop. Stole 15 cases of Red Bull. I think I picked up his friend. They probably don't. Whoa! Oh my gosh! I love these enemies that are very very adamant about picking up their friends' bodies and throwing them at me. Look at that. Is this guy gonna do it? No, he picked up a weapon. That guy picked up a body though. Look at that. It's so silly. Oof. Look at that guy picked up a body. Just throwing friends. Jumbler. Welcome. You trying to get down in the crack? They're just throwing bodies. Oh my gosh. On the evil too, like, but how are you while throwing bodies? Like, I'm for it. All right, you're hired. Ouch. Oofda. Jeez Louisa. Yeah, I would not make a good bad guy either. I don't think I could throw bodies. Not like, I mean, I'm not for throwing bodies, but I don't think I'm physically capable of throwing bodies. Picking up bodies is hard enough. Throwing them though? That's a lot. People are heavy. Oh dear. Oh dear, don't be hanging out near the explosive barrels. That seems bad. Things are happening. So many explosions. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Back into the stairwell. Oily moily. Where? Thank you. Alright, we're slowly lowering the enemy count. Where's that guy? You stop it, okay? Thank you. Oh dear. The worst is when they like, oh no. The worst is when they launch you off of buildings. Oh dear. Got rocket launchers. Jeez Louise. This is chaos. Where though? Where are you shooting me from? Oh. In a butthole. Oh! What? No!
Heads up, Agent. Gang hit squads are inbound.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Jeez Louise. After I just said the worst is when they shoot you off a building. Here we are. It's okay. I'm okay. Alright, what if I climb this?
Barrels like this are highly explosive, Agent, so be careful not to be within the blast radius when you shoot one.
Oh, question mark. Sure. Ah, it was worth it. No! No! We're back down at the beginning. I'm okay. This is fine. Dang, a new Castlevania world record? That's crazy. Who got it? It's absolutely insane, actually. Trisk. Oh my gosh. Trisk line. That's insane. Just nuts. It's so crazy, like, people get these records that, or set these records that seem unbeatable, and somebody comes along and is like, nah, I got this. Hold my beer. Alright, I'll just go up this way, I guess. Yeah, totally. I agree. I think that's like a lot of people. I want to learn that run someday. I think I know most of the run, at least like I can beat most of the game. I don't really know the run, but I have played up to death when I was considering Big 20. So I know I can beat the game. But I also know that I won't be getting any world records. The scroll glitches are nuts. Was that the category? Was it the scroll category? Got him. Any percent, I guess, would be the scroll glitches. Here, an orb. That dude needs to not be annoying. They're cracking themselves up. Where is he? Oh, they're in there. Alright, I guess I could find this bad guy. Where the heck is he? Is he up even higher? Your knees? What's wrong with your knees? I'm gonna blow myself up. What the heck is this guy? The heck? There he is.
Vladimir the Wolf Golyak.
Got him. Yeah, that's crazy. Any percent Castlevania world record set.
To your personal network agent. You can thank the peacekeepers for this.
All right, we got Vladimir.
May be dead, but his workers are still united in their efforts to recruit any remaining immigrants.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I can go get this orb. Got some orbs around here. Bang. Bang. Who's shooting at me? Where you at? I got one more rocket. I'll gladly put your face on it. Mattio. Welcome in, Mattio. Yeah, thanks for the update, too. Can't wait till you get this Stranglehold. Oh my gosh. I never played Stranglehold either. I remember when it came out and I never actually played it. It looked dope. It was like a... Oh, dear lordy. John Woo, I think? John Woo's Stranglehold? Sounds right to me. Oh, we're gonna die. I'm trying to find cover. Trust me. Ah! 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 And dead. Cool taste. Welcome in. Nah, I've not been speedrunning, but yeah, I hope you've been well. Just having a fun time, really. Well, my suspicions are correct about there being one. There must be one on that other little island too. Yeah, how's everything with you? I think I'm about to get some coffee real quick. Oh, there's different. Oh, this shows the deadies. Gotcha. We'll go here, then I'll try to run to that island. Be right back. I'm gonna blow my nose and get coffee.
Yo, stuff! Oh my god, it's Christine! Hey, I'm just calling to make sure you're still coming to the Jenga Monopoly tournament tonight. Also, make sure you bring the Monopoly sausage and don't forget the poop sprinkles this time. See you tonight. Later.
You can also improve your skills by earning achievements, Agent.
I got coffee. But yeah, I have been playing more 360 stuff lately. Cool tapes. Yeah. Beat Red Dead Redemption, beat Halo 1. What was that?
Remember, Agent, use the dossier.
Alright, let's see. Map. I'm gonna go to my left.
To access the latest agency intel about
But
the
I do
gangs
want
and
to
their
get those
locations.
orbs. So I'm dangerously close to 3 jumpy jumps.
Agent,
There.
the indicator on the left-hand side of your HUD shows the
There.
development of your core skills. Agility, driving, explosives, strength, and
Oh
firearms.
yeah, we doing this. We getting. Man, I don't want to travel for GDQ. I did a
Your
like a
athletic skills
GDQ
are
segment
almost
for
at their
them.
peak, Agent. Your typical
So I
running
did a
speed has
TMNT run
increased,
for
and you can
a
now jump
GDQ
to a height of
segment
around
on
25 feet.
I got to do it from home, so that was really cool. But yeah, I could probably do Turtles GDQ, but I don't want to go there. From what I understand from friends that have gone, their setup for retro games is not the best, which is also unfortunate. Oh no, I wanted, no, poop. Yeah, I've had some friends report some rough conditions for speedrunning your favorite games. But knowing that makes you really
Those
respect
peacekeepers need
the
your help.
runs. You're like, man, it's already hard enough to speedrun games, and then to do it on hardware and stuff that you're not used to. Oh no, get on the pipe, doo-doo muscle. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. That's enough. What you been playing? You get that Divers of Hell? I actually just picked that up, and it's very good. I'm not good at it, but I enjoy it. All right, let's aw. Just collecting orbs. These are for KK. KK Slider. Man, why'd you have to mention Animal Crossing?
Good job, Agent.
Now I want to play Animal Crossing. Too bad it's not on Xbox. That'd be a long one though. Hunt Showdown. Aren't there like DLCs for that game? I feel like I always see new DLCs for Hunt. I don't know anything about it though. It's like the Western one, right? I think. Maybe I just always see it on Lurk It. Alright. I could sit here and collect these orbs all day. Let's focus, hocus pocus. I'm gonna go that way. Actually, I'm facing the direction I need to go. This way, I think. Oh, gotcha. Cosmetics. Okay. Interesting. Is it PvP? Yo, Retrophile. We playing Crackdown. You know it. We out here. Oof. Can you imagine? Fall from that height and then grabbing a wall? My arms would break. There's no way. Alright, let me make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, so it is PvP. 12 people or so. You can do solo, duo, or trios. Oh, okay, okay. And then it's like a survival. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, Retrophile. I did. I don't know if I collected all of them. I know I collected a lot of them when the first time I played this. I don't think I ever 100% of this game though. Prim, how you doing, Prim? Prim. Saw Crackdown 3 is on Game Pass and pondered playing, but heard it's a big. I enjoyed it a lot. Haven't played any of the games. Maybe I enjoyed Crackdown 3 a lot, dude. And I've played Crackdown 1 and 2. And I still had fun with 3. So don't let stinky poo-poo heads ruin your fun time. Yeah, that's I think the general consensus is that this was the best one. Yes, 3 was super fun. Eric, how you doing, Eric? That was easy to say.
Downloading new agency intel to your personal network, agent.
All right. I had a feeling there'd be another Deuteronomy out here. We gotta get cool tattoo headband boy.
Including contract killing for business, serial killing for pleasure, and comrade killing for career advancement. He now controls
Yeah, exactly, Goof. I think that
operation,
exactly that.
overseeing
A victim of its own
This
hype.
should be a breeze, agent.
Because yeah, it was on Game Pass. That's how I played it.
Now,
I guess
these
it,
are
you know,
my
it still
kind of
is.
odds, agent.
And I enjoyed it a bunch. Hey, there's a. Oh no, that's not gonna be a thing, is it? I'm gonna find out.
Take those odds.
What is this thing up here? Oh, it's a grenade. Dude, that dude wrecked my body. Well, yeah, first party, exactly. Yep. That is exactly the why. Truth. Okay, let's not do that again, I guess. It's like, this should be a breeze, and then I die from the first enemy that throws a grenade at me. I'm okay. How you doing, Retrophile? Oh, there's a thing in there. Ooh, explodey boys out here. No, stop it. Alright, screw you, hippie. Oh my gosh, I missed. Why would you... Ugh. I just want to blow you up. Liba. What a ding-ding head. What's this? Oh, nice. Don't mind if I do. Let me use that real quick. Use that. Blow some ding-dings up. Whoa! What? Alright. Cool. Cool. That was really cool of you. Stop with all the explosions. Jeez. Alright, I got my rocket launcher back there.
Your ammo's low, agent.
I know, duder. Tell me about my ammo. Mind your own business about my ammo. Okay? Will you stop?
Agent.
Thanks. Alright, go back and get my rocket launcher. Rocket Man! Rocket launcher's dope. I just have to remember to jump when I fire it. Oh my gosh, is it gone? Oh, poop sprinkles. Dang it. Okay. Well, I forgot about co-op.
Good job, Agent.
Where they at? No. You really can't stay still. If you stand still for too long, they will wreck your body. Will that open? Maybe. You gonna open? There we go. Oh, I think this is the wrong way. Like this is another entrance. Oh man. You talking about part 1 of this? Yeah. This game is it's just great. Holds up very well. Still tons of fun. Oh, stairs. Okay. Wait, this just goes into here? That's not helpful. Wait. Why? Oh, he had no ammo either. Well, neat. What about this guy? Let me in. Little pig, let me in. Ah, you poo heads. Can you throw a grenade at this door, please? Oh, okay, we're good. We're in. What'd this guy have? Also grenades? Oh. Thanks. It's nice that if you're patient, you can pretty much headshot everybody. Every once in a while it misses, but it's a pretty solid tactic. Okay. Okay. I don't love that. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm out of that ammo. My brain was like, shoot a rocket at it. Guess what? Don't have rocket. Ouch, 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 ouch. Got a couple of them. The first level in GoldenEye. I'm trying to remember. That was like a station, no? Oh, there's that ding ding. I wish I had a rocket launcher. Shoot rockets at his butthole. But no. I'm the funny guy who dropped his rocket launcher. Yeah, that's right. It was the damn. Jeez Louise. Dude's out here being crazy. Oh, they just keep filing out of there, huh? That's not good. Really wish I had my grenade launcher. Oh no. That looks like a grenade launcher. I don't think it was. Oh, and dead.
Aren't you the lucky one?
I almost died there. Holy shenanigans. James there working with the turtles. It's out there at the dam. Turtles are swimming it. I mean, I'm leveling up here. I guess that. Nothing else.
Ты, чмо! Иди сюда! Я задолбался уже! Вперед!
Got him. Just blew that ding ding up. Didn't have my rocket launcher, but had grenades.
Fresh agency intel for you, Agent.
I'll take it.
Viktor Robotnikov's death has allowed the agency to seize
Good
the
to see you,
bulk of the
Cool
Volk's
Tapes.
massive arsenal. The remainder is reportedly in the hands of the
But yeah, I can
surviving
see that the
figures.
structures are kind of
So
like the
while
dam.
the workers are likely to prove less of a threat, caution is still a
Well, agility orb. Don't mind if I do. Is that shooting the barrel or? There we go. Thanks. A lot of orbs. Lot of orbs. There's some orbs in this house. There's some orbs in this house. Stop it. Dude ran. He didn't want any of this heat. There's some orbs in this house. That shit's gonna be stuck in my head. I did that to myself. Can I aim on the barrel, please? What? There we go. Whee! What the hell? Dude, can you just be dead? I don't understand. Blow up. Thanks. Jeez Louise. They were taking 0 damage. I guess I was missing? Question mark? They call me Orbin. Orbin Dallas and I'm Orbin.
Nicely done, Agent.
Thanks.
Сдохни, сука! Мразь!
Sir, this is a Wendy's. All right. So I think we got like half of this island done. That part's cool. Let's see. Gang dossier. We're in Volk. Yeah, we only got 2 more. It's not a tumor. Hell yeah. Okay. We got spiky head and baldy. Spiky head and baldy. Let's check the map. I mean, there's got to be. You think they're both up top? Maybe, huh? Guess we'll head that direction and find out. Teenage Mutant. Ouch. That hurt. Dude, all your friends are dead. Stop. Dang, I feel like the guns level up slow. I feel like the explosions didn't take that long. Dude. Take your ammo. Thanks. Could've used that earlier though. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get a car. Ah! Whoa. Alright. One way to get a car. Thanks. Dude came flying in. Oh, that's dumb. Alright. Map. Yeah, let's just go this way. Whatever. Things are happening. We got 80. Party, party. You're on the party bus.
Remember, Agent, this vehicle has advanced aerodynamic
Well, there's a lot of enemies right there.
capabilities. That means you can control it in the air.
What? Feel like, damn, somebody's just ski skirting. Relax.
One thing to notice about agency agility supplements, Agent. The more
Agent
difficult ones to
agility
reach are worth
supplements.
more and are seen as taller on your HUD.
Excuse me, I'm here for my supplements, please. Thank you. Oh, there's a question mark. Oh, I can go in the mountain? Is that what I want to be doing? Is there blood up here? What the heck is going on? What did I miss? There's a lot of regular cops here. Oh, just get up there. Don't be a ding ding. There you go.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought there was a bunch of enemies somewhere around here. This seems like a place enemies would want to hang out. But there aren't any around. Oh yeah, there are. Got a few of them. I should get a,
New agency intel, Agent.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Olga meet Romanova.
Oh, Spikehead.
Experimental
Okay.
steroids have reshaped this former athletic prodigy, transforming a delightful beauty into a vile beast. Romanova and her loyal...
Dang.
Your chances look good enough to me, Agent. Fire at will, Agent.
I don't know if I'd call her vile. That was a
This
bit.
should be a cakewalk.
That was a bit mean.
Now, these are my kind of odds, Agent. Fire at will, Agent. This should be a cakewalk.
I hear you.
You're all clear, Agent. This should be a breeze, Agent.
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
You're all
Jeez
clear,
Louise.
Agent. This should be a breeze, Agent.
He loves repeating himself.
Now, these are my kind of odds, Agent. This should be a breeze, Agent. Fire at will, Agent.
Come out. Come out. Wherever you are.
Now, these are my kind of odds, Agent. Fire at will, Agent.
Chill. No need to be yelling. This dude loves yelling. I kind of want to... What I should do, actually, is go to a supply point. Are there no supply points on this area of the island? Dang. Alright. Yes, there's that. Just don't die then. I want to get my rocket launcher back, though. Sir? This is a Wendy's. Oh, okay. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, that was a bit lofty. That worked out. Stop it. Boom. 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 I thought there was ammo for this. That's why I was firing it a bunch, but maybe I picked it all up already. Alright, there's an orb in there. Where is this? Oh my gosh, those are warheads. Where? Oh, dear lordy. I'm honestly surprised I didn't kill me. I'm gonna run in a circle real quick. Let's go check out the other side. What is over here? Oh dear. Dude's got the grenade launcher, or the rocket launcher I wanted. You butthole. Stop it. Give me your ammo.
Ah, Romanova.
Talking to me? Oh, shot out of the air. Oh.
Low armor, Agent.
Did I get her? Yeah. Took a chance. I almost died there.
Loading new agency intel to your personal network.
Oh
Agent.
dear. That was close. Nope, 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 nope.
Olga Romanova's death has made agency occupation of the quarry a matter of course. Report.
All right, so we just got one more. Oh, I have 2 rocket launchers, huh? That's what we're doing. Rocket launcher and grenade launcher. All right. Don't mind if I do. Another grenadier. I just want a regular weapon. Not that regular. Just give me a bunch of handguns and explodies. Sorry, can't help y'all. Oh. Okay. All right. This is fine. We're okay. Got him.
That's the spirit.
Holy moly. Keep them coming. Trying to level up.
Your ammo's almost.
No!
Your skill advancement is being slowed down by all these civilian casualties.
Yeah,
Agent.
well, they're getting in the way. This should be blocked off. The
You're
street should be
supposed to
totally
a
blocked
professional,
off.
Agent. Start acting like one.
You know? Just not worried about it. Almost out of ammo, and then I'll run. Don't worry, cops. I got this. Thanks for nothing. More Moxie. Welcome in. Hello. We have one more, or was that all of them? No, there's one more. I think to the left, probably. Right to the left side over there. No, not the move. Oof. Mistakes were made. I thought I could get to that. All right. I guess we run around down here. I'm about to be out of ammo too.
The green beams of light projected onto your HUD are rooftop race markers, Agent. Complete these races to
What a good
increase your
Phoenix. Let's see. So I need to go to the left hand side of this. I kind of want to clear this island out before I do the work thing. The scary thing is there's no... I think I'm going to go get this supply point. Because the supply point is the close. I think this is going to be the closest, is that supply point there. So I can go grab that and then come back. Excuse me, can I have... Oh, there's a car. It's a little beat up, but I think it'll work. Excuse me. The music is so loud. Like it's just unnecessary.
New agency intel, Agent. The Shy-Gen Corporation is a sinister and pervasive force for...
Okay, well, we're not going for them
glass-domed
yet. We're
structure is
just
called the Knowledge Bank. Agency intel suggests this is where
Oofda.
the Shy-Gen collates and disseminates information.
We're going to
throughout
the
Pacific
thing.
City.
We're gonna go get the
You're near an
thing.
agency supply point that's in enemy hands, Agent.
Yeah, I'm
Look
gonna
out for the
take
orange
it.
beam of light visible only through your HUD.
I'm at least gonna try to take it. If I die, I die. Oh, it must be up higher. my gosh. That's... No. How am I supposed to get up there? Hello? I guess I can go up to the right, maybe?
Those peacekeepers need assistance, Agent.
I don't really care what those peacekeepers need. Being honest with you.
Your HUD shows how you're evolving according to your
Or if I can make that
performance.
jump.
The different colored markers emitting from dead
No.
criminals
That's a
represent
no.
which skills are improving.
Maybe from over there? What do you guys think? Think from there, maybe? Let's find out. Oof. Well, I need, oh, over to the right. No! Booty chunks. Dang, there's some high, agility orbs out here. Alright, this must be the way. We can make this jump for sure. Alright, we got our... we got our supply point. That was a good gasp, though.
Nicely done, Agent.
Alright. Nothing up there. I need to go back to that fight, right? There's a... I'm missing one on that island back there. It's got to be near that left side. Triforce. Welcome. I guess I could go here. How you doing, Triforce? I can go here, then go up. Wait, why? That is a... Why can't I go there? I don't understand you. Fine. Oof da. So you're for the orbs. Happy ride, Triforce. Oh, so this is like the hate that I'm supposed to be doing right now in this island. I'm not doing it right now. I'm headed back.
Downloading new agency intel to your personal network, Agent. Melissa Fang Yin is... There's clearly a strong gang presence here, Agent.
Okay.
So stay alert
Neat.
as you take care of business.
Love that. Love that for me. Stop it. Stop it. They are mad. They are mad. But I need to go to the right. Like way right. I need to go way over there. I think. That's where I'm gonna go look. I have one more bad guy on that island. Then I can be done with it. And then we just got one more island to clear. Oh, hi. You guys got secrets in here? What's your secrets? Mrs. Beta, welcome. You guys mad?
Remember, Agent, the most effective way to develop your driving skills is to use vehicles to remove criminals from the
Excuse me.
streets.
All right, we're looking for... Where are we? Yeah, let's keep headed this way. Seems good. Looking for our last bad guy. Have we been in there? That seems like a likely place. No. Okay. Let's not get hit by cars. Oh, yeah, you trying to fix the TV? Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Holy moly. What's going on here? Oh dear. Oh dear. They all have rocket launchers. Okay, that's good to know. That means we could just do this. And then we'll get ammo back, right?
News from the Peacekeepers, Agent.
All right. This is the last one. Yeah, good luck. Good luck fixing the TV. It happens, but it is randomized, so which I was thinking about. I have an idea for it actually. Maybe I'll just do it and then see what happens. All right, that dude's in this area. Auga. 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 Where is he? Where's the guy? Oh no. Oh no.
There's Yuriev.
Yoriov. Oh no. How do I get up there? How do I get to where he is? Ouch. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, how do I get in there? Yeah, but how do I get in there? Oh, up here maybe? How do I get to him? Oh, I see. I gotta like open the gates. Ouch. May drop down a level. How do I get to that one? Where's the ramp? Somebody tell me. Dude's just out here minding his own business. Get shot in the lip. It's too bad. Chose the wrong side. Chose the wrong side, dude.
Shoot that switch, Agent.
No! Okay, so he moved up a level. Is that what happened? He was like, this is not working out. I'm gonna go upstairs. So then we gotta go upstairs. What if I had blown up the upstairs first? Questions. Hey, what? How's it going? I don't think you understand what it means to mod a console. Wait. I don't. That's a weird assumption. Wait, what? Is this like a question or?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, MTK. Welcome. What exactly are you getting at? What? Yo. Where's the next one? Was it upstairs? Is it above me? Yeah, it must be. How you doing, MTK? Happy whatever day. Happy ride day. Yeah, basically is superhero GTA. Yeah, essentially that's what's going on here. Grand Theft superhero. It's absolutely nuts. Very, very fun game. Because you don't look like a guy who would mod his consoles to make it better? What does that mean? What? What? All right. All right. Blew that up. Was there another one somewhere? Gotcha. It's like I don't understand. I wasn't even gonna defend myself. I was just gonna allow you to think what you think. It's like, all right, cool, fine. It's fine with me. Yep, I am a guy who likes chili dogs and sucking on them. Somebody point me to the nearest chili dog so I can suck on it. Alright, so there's like another switch somewhere maybe? Oof, ah. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, Watt. You're good. Like, Watt's been here quite a bit. Stop it. You know what? Screw you. Tired of your crap. Do the switches stand out like obvious? There's clearly one more, right? That'll bring him to the rooftop. Must be missing one somewhere. I like modding consoles. Duh. This is the way. Get a little chili up in there. What's the true mod? Chili mod. Unless I can I drop down in here? No. No, I cannot. What the hell is that? Can't pick it up. Can I blow it up? I mean, kind of. Aw. Those dogs are being ding-dings today. They're not being nice. Alright, we gotta find the last switch. Where the hell is the last switch? I thought it'd be like on this level with him, but... Huh. Sucking on chili dogs. Little ditty about sucking on chili dogs. Yeah, vanilla console only. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to clear out this island. So you have to like find these gang members. These like leaders basically. And then kill them. You butthole. But this guy is... Stop it. This guy's in a little hidey hole. I think I tried to run. You get to run after you shot me. That's not how this works. Some poop sprinkles. That's what we need. Some sprinkles of poo. What is that? Maybe that has to do with it. It's like that little tubey tube going in there. See if I can shoot him from here. Yeah, sucker. A little ditty by sucking on chili dogs.
Nice.
I didn't do anything. Where in the hell is the last switch? What are you up to today, MTK? Stop it. Oh. Just standing in my butt? Stop it. Dang. Alright, that guy's gonna be annoying, huh? What about you? You wanna die? Do you wanna fight? Yeah. Oh no, I've been sick. I'm sorry to hear that. Watch it wasn't sleeping. Yeah, that's kind of all you can do when you're sick. Oh yeah, so one of the cool things about this game, MTK, is that if you like basically you level up whatever you use. It's like you can see on the side there's like my different agility and driving and explodey. For some people don't mod their consoles. They do general maintenance on them. Oh, I the PS2 fat mod is pretty easy too. Yeah, I mean that's old school. That PS2 mod is like old school. I remember getting the PS2 adapter, and then when people figured out they could mod the PS2 with it. Yeah, the comic book vibes. It really is. Dude, this game is legit. It's really, really cool. Oh, I hear another thing. So that's the one I gotta find. That beeping. Is it above me? It must be on the level right above me. Rawr.
Firearm skills are almost at their peak, Agent. The use of firearms and precision targeting is second nature to you.
Я тебя изуродую.
Yeah, I think you'd like this game. The story, as far as I know, is you're just this badass cop guy. That is your job is to. I don't think that's like a deep story. I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't pay attention. But basically, you're tasked to clean up the streets. Oh, where the hell is that beeping coming from? Maybe it's below? Down here? Where in the hell is that beeping?
Глаз на жопу натяну.
Like, whatever that beeping is, I need to blow it up. So I can get this guy out of this building. And these are generally what makes that beeping sound. These right here. Yeah, it really is super cool, arcadey fun. Yeah, my Dreamcast has the SD card mod in it. So does my Saturn. Because they're kind of like idiot proof. I'm a huge fan of upgrading my hardware when and if possible. The real issue is finding time to do those things. Where in the hell is this last button? You kidding me? Stop it. You blew yourself up, dude. What's that for? What the hell? Clearly missing something. Was it this? No, I broke this one. The hell? Maybe they just keep beeping after they've been blown up. I'm missing one that's somewhere else. Like, oh, is that one right there? I think that is one. Yep, there it is. That was it. That should put him on the roof, I think. All right. Yeah, so I've been focusing on leveling up my explodies. And, oh dear God, that's not good. I don't want to die. Just chill for a second. Hopefully they'll forget about me. Leave me alone. I'm okay. Okay. Just be dead. Thanks. No! Kill that guy. Yeah, bye. Alright, so we cleared out that. Fitty! How you doing, Fitty?
New agency intel is
Welcome.
downloading straight to your personal network agent.
Bye.
You can thank the peacekeepers for this.
Alright, so this should be good.
Sergei
Pretty sure this
Sovietnik
whole
Yuri
island is
has
Golden
been
Nugget
eliminated.
Silver Legacy.
Without his authority and expertise, the Volk's black market fuel operation is struggling to maintain efficiency and cost effectiveness. This development should
Oh, it's only
impact the Volk's
$8.50.
finances
We're
significantly.
making some progress, folks. Oh, shit. I never started my YouTube stream, so I'll just have to upload this VOD. It's fine. Okay, bye.
With Goliath and company dead, the Volk's low-level thugs have taken to the streets to regain control of this district. Peacekeepers have them under surveillance by the Volk's...
Oh, so yeah, that's right. There's one last thing I gotta do. The final crime.
Go show them what real firepower is.
I'm on my way, fam. Oof. I need a supply point. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm having a fun time. This game is so fun. And it's Friday. Our pets' heads are not falling off. They're staying firmly on, which is great. Whoa. Whoa. What the heck is going on here? Can y'all not?
Gang hit squad sighted, Agent. Be prepared. Ammo!
Ammo. I guess this is the final conflict. Do we get him? That it?
New agency intel is downloading straight
That's
to your
it.
personal network, Agent. You can thank
Cleaning
the
up these
peacekeepers
streets.
for this. The Volk is no
Explosions.
more now that the last of the workers has been retired. The slave labor is free to formally join the existing citizens, and all are united in their relief. The agency's peacekeepers are reclaiming the space, removing all associated grease and grime produced by the Volk occupation. A new name for the den marks a new beginning. Hope Springs.
Yeah, kicked him in the shin, even flying. What
Commendable.
what shows have you been watching? All right, so this area is done. Los Muertos, done. The Volk, done. So now we just have Shaijen. You've discovered one of them. All right, so we need to go to. I wonder if I can fast travel there. Oh, nice. Some comfort shows. We've watched 2 episodes of Fallout so far. It's very good. Very good so far. Oh wow, my explosives are almost fully maxed the ding ding out. I kind of want to punch more enemies and level up my fisticuffs.
The purple gates of light seen through your HUD are
No.
vehicle race markers, Agent. Complete these races to increase your driving skills.
I haven't done any races. 0. Ah! Secrets. Zexy, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the good luck. Yeah, so far from what I've seen in Fallout, they did a fantastic job. It's basically Fallout 3's story, as far as I can tell. Yeah, this is Crackdown. This was the game everybody bought so they could play the Halo beta. Oh, my mom's calling me. All right. Oh, sorry. 1 second. All right, what we're doing? Where were we? Teal Tales, you trying to fix the TV? Let's see. Oh yeah, I was headed towards that thing. Then I got distracted by orbs. They call me Orbin. I'm Orbin Dallas. Alright, because I think I can use this as a teleport. I think I can travel.
The green beams of light projected onto your HUD are rooftop
Go to another
race
supply
markers,
point.
Agent. Complete these races to increase your agility.
I want to go to Shaijin. And the one that I have done. Hooray! Yeah, it's randomized, so every once in a while you'll get you'll get it figured out. And then somebody will come along and ruin it. It's really the perfect redemption. Alright, I need to go. I got guns, I got explodies. Let's go.
Proceed with caution. This key criminal's bodyguards appear to be well-trained and well-armed.
But yeah, they definitely sold this game big time based on the fact that you could access the Halo 3 beta. For sure. Yeah, right? Exactly. You got it close enough.
Take cover. Time to die.
Every once in a while somebody will get 0. Like actually get it down to perfect. It's kind of crazy. You say eat dinner? I think she just told me to eat dinner. Where is she? Jeez Louise. That was quite the grenade. Where the heck?
Go to hell.
Is she in this room? Is that her up top? Oh yeah, it must be. No.
Time to die.
Okay, I see her. She's up there. Oofda.
Agency
No. Crap, she's gonna heal. Cannot have that. No, why is my gun not firing? Stop it. Ugh, I fell off. Alright, I'm on my way, lady.
That mountain of mad flesh.
Whoa, what is happening? Where is she? Oh. No, she's almost dead, but so am I. Oh, no.
Flambe.
Oh, I got her. She burned. Whew. Yeah.
Agency intel is
RoboCop.
downloading straight to your personal
Young
network,
cats,
Agent.
welcome.
You can thank the peacekeepers for this.
Oh, my
Melissa
gosh.
Fang Yin's demise has
This is
numbed
basically
Shai Jin's
RoboCop.
basic senses.
Like, why not?
Her analysts lack appropriate direction.
TNT Nat,
And what
welcome.
data they have is
Trying to fix it.
incomplete and poorly communicated. This makes it harder for Shai Jin to suppress insurgents and cope with other inconveniences.
Yeah, welcome in. Happy Friday. All right. So we got one down. One of the Shijin down. Dang, explosives are getting super close. Does your owner know where you are? What? Y'all are disrespectful. All right, bye.
You sure do like to push your luck.
I surely like to blow things up. Yeah, it's all right. It's it happens. I believe in you. Persistence is key. Yeah, I have some other ideas for it too. I need to take the time to implement. Oh. Excuse me. Crunch. Just leveling up my punch eating. I want to get strong enough to pick up cars. Oh no, you're gonna kill me. Stop it. Stop it, stop it. Go hide in a corner. Yeah, I mean, I have kind of a thing that does that, but it can't be set to 0. The one that I have right now can't be set to 0. I had it on there, but there's no way to ever get rid of the like scroll. So yeah, hey, that is better. It's not bad. GG's. Dang. Can y'all stop? Blair. Who's shooting me? All right, stop. Stop. Stop it. That guy blew himself up. It's too bad I don't get anything for that. Alright, we're getting close to leveling up our punchy. Oh, I hope he dies. Yeah, good. I wasn't sure if kicking him off was gonna kill him. That guy was in the ground. What? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. What are you doing, dude? Don't worry, I got you.
This is
You have been dug out of the ground.
Gang hit squads are
I didn't
bad
want
news,
to.
Agent,
I
but at
had
least they
to.
show you're making your mark on a gang.
prepare to die.
Gaijin.
New agency intel is downloading straight to your personal network, Agent. You can thank the peacekeepers for this.
Oh, that was
Mrs.
quick.
Timble's
This is Timbo.
There are too many new shy
Rocking
gen recruits
Timbos.
around here, Agent. Shut this place down.
Where? Ow! I'm here trying to help. Oh, that was a bad guy. Come on, I just want to level up my punchy kicky kick. I'm so close.
Take this.
Yeah, there we go.
Your physical strength is almost at its
Yeah,
peak.
out here
You
breaking
can
the
now
game.
lift objects weighing just over 2 tons and throw them roughly 200 feet.
Excuse me. Excuse me. This is fine.
There's clearly a strong gang presence here, Agent. So stay alert as you take care of business.
I missed. Like, what's the point? You don't get to hide there. I think everybody dies in one kick now, though. Yeah. So that part's cool. Bang. Ow, I hurt myself. Ah, run. I'm on fire. Ah, I'm just gonna crouch here. Yeah, totally. Yeah, this is very exciting. What a time to be alive. 3-star strength. I think everything important is 3 now. Okay, what? Dude. I shot his gun out of his hand. Excuse me. Pardon me. It's so silly. All right, where is this? Bite him in the nose. Okay, so the other one's right here. I might as well go do that. We're right next to it. Ooh, I need to refill my ammo though. Let's do that. You know what the quickest way to refill your ammo is? Take a death. Where you at?
Well
Where are the
done,
enemies?
Agent.
There we go. We had none of those count. All right. Oof. The cop got hit by a car. All right. Quickest ammo refill. Here we go. Exactly. Just as we planned. Blow ourselves up. It's fine. He's heating up. How you doing, drunk? All right. Now I got full ammo. Does your owner know where you are?
Your fly
It's so
before skills
silly.
develop. You'll be able to jump higher, drive agency vehicles faster, make larger explosions, carry heavier objects.
interesting there's so
and
many
shoot
enemies
more
right here.
accurately.
Man, I'll just refill my stuff. Thanks. You guys good? Oh, there's more over there. I mean, don't know if I can make that jump. The lag, though. Grab the wall. Yeah, exactly. Reloading is for jump. This is crazy. We're gonna get 4-star explosives soon. They're just feeding us all these enemies.
Gang hit squads are bad news, Agent, but at least they show you're making your mark on a gang.
All right. Let's focus, hocus pocus. This is a great spot to just farm them. Like if you just want to level up everything, right here is the spot because you can keep going back in and reloading your stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's the hope. Look at, there's enemies down there even. This is the spot. All right. We're gonna go try to get this. Try to go get this enemy. Whee! Catch. Oh, I missed. Fine. That's how it's gonna be. Whee! Oh no. Take this. Okay. All right, we're fine. This is fine. Enemy is right there in that building, huh? Oh, there's an orb. I hear you, orb. Ink. Ink. Ow. Stop it. Oop. Wow, sometimes they just don't want to die, do they? What if I jump? Nope. Can I just run into that? Is that like a front door I can go into? Oh my gosh, so I've decided, I think I've decided what the next 360 game is. We're still gonna like spin the wheel to figure out the games after that. But I posted it in the Discord, some of you saw. I think I'm going to play the Sonic Ultimate Sega Collection next. How? Who? Why? It's 48 Sega games. Yeah, it's about to be crazy. It's 48 Sega games. They're gonna, some of them are gonna be rough. But I figured then I'm playing retro stuff still. It's kind of like, it makes the most sense, really. Playing retro stuff and completing 360 games at the same time. Yeah, Turtle Wax, how's it going? You're not streaming today? Take a break? Rough, well, maybe both. Honestly, let's be real. Maybe both. honestly wish it was more, for the sake of completing it, I wish it was more arcade games. Because then, you know, you have that possibility of unlimited continues. Alright, I guess we just go down there, huh? I don't know if this is a door I can go in or not. How do I get in there? You know, is this open? No, that's not open. Oh wait, it's open now. All right, that was a thing. What the hell? Oh geez, Game Gear version of Sonic Spinball. There's Game Gear games on there. Oh my gosh. Of course there was. No.
It's dear old Mrs. Timble. Watch your step, Agent.
Oh, I'm about to die. No. I blew myself up by firing too close. Okay. That's not that bad, actually. I think I could just run in that front door and kill her. I'm going to try it. Is the Game Gear Sonic Spinball terrible? The Sonic Gems collection is all the Game Gear CD Saturn games? What? That was on GameCube? Sonic Gems? What? Yeah, Gems. Gems is a very loose term, huh? Alright, games that existed. That's the nicest things we can say about it. Okay, the door stayed off. Let's go kill her. Oh no! What the heck? Look at this door! It did not stay off. Alright, let's go in here real quick. Clean our life up. Okay, that's... Jeez Louise. Okay.
Get down! Eat it!
He's on fire. Just ran up and kicked her. Yeah, semi-precious stones. Sonic costume jewelry.
Mrs. Timble's demise has killed Shy Jen's prolific training and abduction programs. The effects are spreading fast. New recruits are less effective.
Very easy compared to the Spinball on Genesis. Spinball is going to be tough. I'm sure it was a rough one for the GameCube stuff too. It plays like doo-doo. Turtle tried to stream today, but his computer wasn't... Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that.
Recalculating your chances of
It's super frustrating.
It transpires that Mrs. Timble's unique
Signed out. Don't care. Oh, we are almost there with the explosives.
All authorization to use advanced firearms in the field.
Alcohol increases your ability to drive.
Shy Jen's leader. Your projected probability of success with
Oh no! Blew myself up. I just wanted to level my explosives. That's okay. Yeah, I watched you play MK2 and MK3, and I'm going to steal some of those strats for sure. Because I think those are on the collection as well, I think. I'm not sure, though. Not 100% sure, but yeah, I watched you and I was like, all right, I'm definitely taking those strats. All right, so we probably got to go there. That's gotta be, it's like a compound. Stop it. What's wrong with y'all? Lost your GD mines? We're so close to explosives 4. I know I'm going to continue to kill myself with explosives, but I don't care. Yeah, well, that's all fighting games, to be fair. Fighting games definitely were designed to take your money. They for sure input read. Oh.
Impressive.
All right, 95. You can destroy the secret troll? What? What? What's secret troll? All right. Oh, there we go. Once we get maxed out explodies, we're basically just gonna win the world. I mean, it already does crazy damage. 98. Bang. Come on, give me the bad guys. Thank you. Whoa! I asked for it. Oh dear lordy. All right. We gotta be super close. Yeah, touch it.
Your explosive skills are at their peak, Agent. The effective blast radius of your explosive ordnance is around 50 feet, and the force and damage delivered is unprecedented.
All right, we're good. Our explodies are maxed. Let's go. All right, now where? I was going to head towards the circle thing, right? Is that here? I guess it is. Is it this? Let's just go. Bang. Oh, it's because the hate squads are after me.
Downloading new agency intel to your personal network, Agent.
This seems like a place bad guys would be.
Vitaly Rezheznik.
Vitaly. Let's go find Vitaly. I just need to level up my Jumpy McJumpin' Butter. I'm almost there. I'm about to have everything but driving maxed out. And a lot of my agility has come from killing enemies from high up.
Take what you need, then get out there and kick ass.
All right. Will do. Where are we going? Where is this ding? In here, huh? It must be like on the roof. All right, I gotta figure out how to get up there. Sir Bushido, welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, this isn't the way. How the hell? How are we supposed to do this?
It's time to show those peacekeepers how it's done, Agent.
Yeah, I know, but I need to figure out how to get up there. Okay. Nope. Don't quite have the hops for that. Okay, maybe this. No, this is.
What did I just see?
Oh, that's the same. Do any of these go up? Press the button. I guess I could try all the doors. Maybe there's something down below.
Of light projected onto your HUD are rooftop race markers, Agent.
Oh,
Complete
it's this.
these races to increase your agility.
Okay, here we go. We're inside now.
You could flip a
Time
coin,
to
Agent.
die. All right, man. Yeah, you can have a grenade too. Running, 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 running. Catch. Running, running, running. Catch. Running, running, running.
I'll kill you. To die.
Okay, where are you?
Take this.
Do it. Ah. Probably. Oh, hi. Catch.
I can't feel my feet.
I can't feel my feet. Oh.
There's Rejesnik.
That hurt.
Bye.
News from the
I had to complete the
peacekeepers,
entire
Agent.
Fisher Price set? What?
Vitaly Rejesnik's removal has created discord among his enforcers.
Oh,
Their
the retro
demobilization is a matter of
achievements.
course.
I'll be doing
Shai-Jen
some
is
retro
losing its
achievements on
grip
my work
life
trip,
in
I
the
think.
corridor, and civilian confidence is growing fast. Recalculating your odds against the Kingpin.
Let's see. We already have 3 of these done. We're killing it. I already have 3. The 3 of these ding dings dead. There's only like 8, right? Let's see. Are there that many? No. There's 7. Only got 4 more. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this building.
As a direct result of Rejesnik's demise, there are now fewer reinforcements guarding the Shai-Jen leader. Your projected probability of success with the removal of the Shai-Jen Kingpin has now increased.
What's up, y'all? Just trying to get out of here. That's all. Bye. Oof.
I'll kill you.
Okay. Do it.
Take the dirt.
Do it. Who else is gonna kill me? Who's next? All right, let's see. Map. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? And I don't gotta go right now. I feel like I need to go that way. Whee! Guess I can go up top. Yeah, because I think I had mastered one game. Noise Police has been doing a bunch of retro achievements. He's pretty high ranked.
The purple gates of light seen through your HUD are vehicle race markers, Agent.
Dang, they are
Complete
not
these
happy
races
with
to
me, huh?
increase your driving skills.
Not happy with me at all. Let's level up. Oh, I killed the cop. Why did it even let me target that guy? Is that a bad guy bus? Bad guys just show up like they're gonna shop at the mall? I think the other enemies are above me. Alright, let's go. Oh, I got flatted. Christine. Welcome in, Christine. Happy Friday. Very good.
Prepare to die.
How you doing? How'd the Mega Man stuff go? I have upset the bad guys in this land. Apparently, they're not happy with me at all.
Low armor, Agent.
Low armor, low battery, low battery. All right, got our armor back. Let's just run. We'll run. Stop it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh no. Okay, I'm about to die. I am gonna die.
Previous incursion attempts on Wang's skyscraper show that the Shai-Gen can lock down all access at a moment's notice. The element of surprise.
Well, let's see. Where am I headed? Yeah, this makes sense. Let's go get that.
Your best option here.
Is it this one? Yeah, let's go get the thing. Excuse me, y'all. Jeez Louise. There are a lot of them. They're everywhere. They run this town. Where did you come from? Where did you go? I thought that BB was Cotton Eye Joe. No, don't. Somewhere in your
You're near an
house.
agency supply point that's in enemy
Oh, no.
hands, Agent. Look out for the orange beam of light visible only through your HUD.
Can you grab that? Yes. Love to see it. Yeah, the partner push stream. I was lurking last night. Just started the partner push. Love to see it. Yeah, you'll definitely get it. If that's the thing you want, you'll get it. Oh man, so close. Oh no. Okay. Oof, duh. Alright, I can climb that building. Then jump across. No! Or not. Okay. What about this building? Can you grab the things? No? None of these buildings can be climbed? What kind of bologna sauce is that? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all are embarrassing yourselves. How the hell do I get up there? The ominous beep 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 beep.
News from the Peacekeepers, Agent.
But I want to get up there. Like how? Why is this so difficult?
Colonel Axton Cowell.
Okay. We gonna find him. We gonna murder him. Don't worry. It's the thing we'll do. All right. But first. Hmm. Okay. I guess I could climb. No, that's not going to be helpful. And that's not high enough. I can't jump between those. Those you can't grab for whatever reason. I'm trying to grab that. And go that way. Whee! Alright, alright. We're on to something. We're on to something here, folks. We got this. We out here. Climbing our little hearts out. But again, oh wait, maybe I can. Oh, I can make that jump.
The marker on your HUD shows you the way to your target.
Oh, crap tickle. Now what? Now what? Over there? Can I jump on this barrel? Almost. That actually scared me. I did not expect that at all. Oh no. Oh, right there. Okay. What about that? Oh, jeez Louise. This is... Oh, go. No, butt chunks. Stop it. Get it. Yes. Holy poop sprinkles. That was quite the...
Another space to store
quite the
weapons.
climb. Oofda. Yeah, we gonna help you push that. And apparently Christine is also pushing partners around. So careful. If you got that purple check mark, be careful around there. Whee! What jumps? I don't know what's happening. Probably gonna die. You're right. I'm just gonna venture to guess.
Cowl is close.
I have cybernetic implants. Oh dear. Is he up there? Oh man, how do I get to this ding ding? I'm gonna guess that I can't climb this. Guardian. I love you can stand in the in the windowsills. Yeah, he's definitely a ding ding. And we're dead. Oh. Jeeba Liba. I broke my feet. Have y'all seen my feet? I broke them. Yeah, I have to get on top of this building, I think. Unless there's a way inside it down here. Excuse me, building? Oh, dang. What is happening? Let me move. No. Stop it. That was super rude. No. Stop it. Jeeba. No, what kind of a grenade throw is that, you poo head? Throw him in there. Throw him inside the building. Holy shenanigans. Yep, right in your ding ding. You get explodies, and you get explodies. And then I kick that guy. You kick that guy in the ding ding. All right, we're about to die. Things are happening. Our pets' heads are falling off. You can't see me. I'm hiding. I blew myself up. Whoops. Oh man, I gotta start work. Pooh. Where? I think I need to be here. This rooftop baloney. Alright, we're gonna try one more time.
Nice work, Agent. You're going to be a force to be reckoned with in no time if you keep increasing your core skills like this. Remember, skills for kills, Agent. Skills.
I'll try one more
for
time and
kills.
then I gotta go work. Little pig, let me in. Oh, activate lift. Yeah, let's go. Oh. Okay, use the lift. Here you go. You just go to the top floor. This is pretty cool. We're elevatoring. No elevator music though. Kind of an oversight. Ding. All right, bye. Bye. I'm just on my way to kill your boss. Totally fine. Totally fine. Nobody panic. No! I fell. Ah! No! Ah! Ooh, I'm gonna die. Ooh, I'm gonna die. I've got to hide. We're fine. This is fine. Get your shields back. That's not good. Okay, bye. A lot of enemies going on. Jeez Louise. Oh my Jenga. Oh gosh. Things. Welcome in, lass. You're not late. You're right on time. How you doing? Happy whatever day. You're here exactly when you were supposed to be here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's evening for you too. All right. I guess I climb? What's going on? Prepare to die. No! 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 Okay. I'm not taking chances here. I hear explodies. Holy ding ding. This is crazy. What? Who's trying to see me in hell? Why are you guys so mean?
This is for you. Hit the dirt.
Well, if it isn't Colonel Axton.
Shoot him. I think I got him. Because I got me too.
New agency intel agent.
Jeez Louise. At least things just get exploded once I find them.
Doubly beneficial. Without his all-seeing eye to guide it, and his considerable security system to protect it. Shai-Gen, updating
All right,
the odds of you against the Kingpin agent.
we're getting things done out here, folks.
Agency intel
We are
suggests
cleaning
that
up these
without Hal
streets
and his
one
extensive
explosion
security
at a
system in
time.
operation, the use of elite guards at Shai-Gen's headquarters is reduced. Your projected probability of success with the removal of the Shai-Gen Kingpin has now increased.
Look how fast my little feet are. So fast.
I'll kill you.
Do it. Alright, all those ding-dings are dead. Get your body exploded. Exactly. I really did just want to blow things up. I didn't even pick this game either. I don't remember who did. Eric, maybe? Is Eric's idea? Good campaign slogan. Should you ever run for political office? Mola Ram, prepare to meet Kali in hell. Stuff 2024. or I'll shoot you in the ding ding. Oofta. I need to know so I can start making posters. Yeah, I don't mod consoles. Screw that. Not for me. I was gonna mod consoles, but then I saw myself in the mirror. I was like, that guy doesn't look like he would mod consoles. So I just decided not to. Well, 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 Wells-ish. You doing, Wellsy? That door looks like it opens, huh? Exploded. How you doing, Wells-ish? How's your day going? Nope. That is a invincible door. I saw you playing things last night. What was that game? What are you doing? What are you even up to? What is life? Oh, the redeems are working? Oh, squats. Oh, I just didn't see him. I got you. I got you. There we go. I see him. So, squats? That's what you wanted? Alright. We can make that happen. It's got to be in the little TV, though, since the other camera's not hooked up. Thank you for keeping me healthy. Yeah, and Skip's leg day. Kind of a niche game. Yeah, what was it called? Faith? Well, I guess it would be nice. Like that. I don't know how to get out of this building. Oh, the lift. That's right. That's right. I remember. Yeah, you are one for niche games. I don't know how you find them. But you definitely have a knack for that. Yeah, Wells just has some amazing emails.
Take this. Take this.
Like this.
Bastard. Bastard. Die. Prepare to die. Light.
All right, where are we going?
Bastard.
All right, y'all. I gotta go. Run away. All right, let's go activate this point.
Attention, Agent. Peacekeepers report that gang hit squads are heading your way.
All right, up there maybe? Gang hit squads are always headed my way.
Look for an orange beam of light.
Just
Agent.
my curse.
It's only visible through your HUD, and it marks a nearby agency supply point you should reclaim.
I'm trying to reclaim it. Here it is. This is it. Cause this is it. You up. My name is Wells-ish. I saw you playing games that look like the shit. GB-doo-wop. Got it. Terminal online and boredom. That's fair. That's fair. I resonate with that. Homemade pizza and chips for tea. That sounds great.
Another agency supply point reclaimed.
I want
Excellent work.
all
Agent.
those things. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I just remembered. I gotta go take care of some things like work. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'll upload this video to YouTube since I forgot to stream it like a butt chunk. Yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it all. I got a lot to do. But we'll be back Monday. We're going to try to... We might be able to beat this game Monday. Since there's not that many bosses left. And then we'll start the Sega Ultimate Collection. Eradicated Zombie, Wells-ish, Christine, Pokemon Class, MTK, Eric. Nobody out there lurking. Nobody I missed. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have a fun time. Make good decisions. Or don't. I'm not your real dad. I do. Oh yeah, let me save this. If I don't save this, I'll be a little upset. Save and quit. Yes. 100 hand slam. Good to see you. Let's see. Now the hard part, honestly. The hardest part. Let's go read Frisco Pinball. Don't worry about it, Wellesley. Just don't get the DNA test. Nobody has to know for sure. Just keep living the dream. Well, yeah. Hopefully, I'll catch y'all soon. If I don't see you, here, maybe I'll see you in Discord somewhere. Yeah. I am having a fun time. I'm actually having a ton of fun playing 360 stuff. So, but next is going to be Genesis games, but on the 360. But yeah. Thank you, Wellesley. All right, lass. Goodbye. Tell Frisco Pinball hello for me. Sorry, I do have to rating run, so if somebody could please tell Frisco Pinball that I said hi, and then I'm sorry I have to rating run. I got adulting to do. I'm actually running late for it.